friends. Welcome to this morning's espresso shot. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let us begin now in going into our hearts and placing our awareness in the area of the heart. Taking slow, deep, gentle breaths. And just experiencing these breaths flowing in and out of our hearts, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And just let your body relax and allow these breaths to just flow in and out. Do not stop at the top or at the bottom of the breath. Just settle in very calmly, very softly. Give your body the time it needs to recover as you do these amazing breaths. Can you slow those breaths down even a little more? Just a little more. Just slow them down completely and take your time. Now I want you to place your awareness just beyond your body, maybe a few inches, maybe even beyond that. And see if you can draw in these breaths. Imagine them flowing through this energetic field around you and into your heart. See what happens. Slow, deep, gentle breaths. experiencing them flowing in and out of your hearts. And now just keep breathing like this. Just keep breathing like this. As you experience the next moment, which is things that make me go, And I had one of those moments today or yesterday. So yesterday was Father's Day with I have two daughters. They're now 20 and 22. And, every year, it's a rare treat for me to have them all together, in one place. Like I usually have, a one-to-one with my older daughter or one-to-one with my younger daughter, but never together. It's rare that I have that time together. And Father's Day is one of those days I look forward to. And each year I'm amazed at the level of maturity as it should happen. But yesterday was extremely special for me because I realized something about the daughters of humanity. And I think my daughters kind of are a microcosm of the bigger thing that's happening with women around the world. So we were just sitting down and my two of my daughters got into a discussion about gender equality, about how they have experienced inequality or inequity in place of work, in school, even in group settings where they were doing group discussions, where their views were dismissed outright. And then when a man brought up the item or the idea, which is exactly what one of my daughters had brought up 2 hours before that, everybody accepted it and said, "Oh, that's a great idea." So they were discussing how it was, but they weren't discussing that as from a point of victim. They said, "Yeah, this is what happened, and here's how I responded. Here's what I did. I basically told them that, and I put them in their place." And of course, there's this raw energy that's coming out of them, which is a beautiful raw energy that comes out of them, and they will shape it, they will form it, they will create that emotional intelligence flavor to it as they mature even further. But the point is, they stood up, and they didn't say, "Okay, maybe I don't know enough, or maybe I'm not important." What they showed was a lot of resilience and the ability to actually stand up for their rights. And I realized that this was happening all around us. I realized that the Me Too movement was something that was going on before, and it sparked and ignited a whole generation of young women who are inspired by other women. So I thought to myself, well, okay, as a man, my job is to kind of step aside, allow them to flourish in this way, but also hold space for them and to nurture and let them know how important their views are, how important they need to be doing it in a respectful way. So today I wanted to share this with you because I think our role as men in this life is to hold space, for women. And to when they step up into their power, we need to honor that. They don't need help. I get, trust me, they do not need our help. They just need us to nurture and just step back, allow them to flourish, and let them know how appreciative we are that they are stepping forward, because they will bring up kids of their own along with their husbands, and we want that to pass on. So I thought I'd share that moment with you, that I was so inspired by my daughters, and I truly believe that is a reflection of the bigger energy that's coming to us, and so watch out for that, because we cannot stop it, thankfully. All we can do is step back and just smile when women step into their power. It's about time that they took their rightful place as partners with men. And I would love to see a balanced world, a balanced set of human decisions that are made, and not only made from a male perspective. So I'm excited about the future. Let's talk about the Qi moment today. The Qi moment is a Qigong practice that we do every Monday, and I have a minute, so let's do this. So if you look at your hand, start with your left hand first, and your index finger is a channel of the large intestine. So if you push your hand down and say, lower blood sugar, my intention is to lower the blood sugar, and do this for 30 seconds to a few minutes. And then you go to the pancreas channel, which is your ring finger, ring man. And you do the same thing with dropping your blood sugar down to normal is what you say as you do this for a few minutes. Then you do the same on your right hand. And what that does is these are the two channels of intestine and pancreas that actually regulate and normalize blood sugar levels in your system. So when you do that, these channels actually are stimulated, and you can help manage your blood sugar levels. Of course, you have to go see the doctors. If you need to take medication, you need to do that. But these further help your body, become more efficient than it was before. All right. So that's the channels to normalize blood sugar levels. All right. Let's get back into our hearts now, and placing our awareness in the area of the heart, taking slow, deep breaths, visualizing these flowing in and out of our hearts. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than we normally would. And now I want you to just imagine a big smile on your heart. Just smile. Smile with every cell in your body. I want you to just feel this emotion of love, gratitude, and appreciation. Whatever imagination comes to you to help you trigger that, bring it forward and allow your body to just experience this flood of loving energy from yourself to yourself. Put that smile on your face, a gentle smile on your face, and just allow your body to be drenched with this loving energy. And just place your intention to have this elevated emotion. Place your intention in your body to allow a more elevated level of these emotions, because that's what triggers the chemicals in your body to actually begin the healing process, the rejuvenation process, the process that allows you to become more compassionate, more emotionally intelligent. This is the fuel. Let us ask for this, because it is our right. Slow, deep, gentle breaths, experiencing them flowing in and out of your heart. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Truly appreciate your participation and your energy. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to put some questions down, if you have any, in the chat area. In the meantime, while you're coming up with those questions, or some reflection, if you have any, I wanted to share with you that I am, the next Tuesday, I will be hosted by Dawn. She is a member that joins us here often, a member of my Ignite program. And she's going to have me in a freestyle conversation with her on what's happening in the world, perhaps how do we ignite from inside out, transformation, things like that. So join me, and you'll see the information in your email. It's happening next Tuesday. So it's last Tuesday of each month, starting at 6:30. We usually go about an hour or so. All right. Then I have next week live streaming, June 27th to 29th. You'll see the information in my link. My presentation is actually on Saturday, so the information will be provided to you in your email. And also Cryon in Indianapolis. These are all telestreamed live, so you can watch them from the comfort of your own home. And I believe there's going to be a replay also available for those who register. Some exciting news that I wanted to share with you about the Banff. What was supposed to be a Banff event is now live streamed. They're actually providing you an opportunity to join for as little as $22 if you want for that particular event. Now that would be for each workshop. You can pay $22, $33, or $44, and there's also a full package price if you want to attend all 4 days. All right. So those are the options for you available, and I'll be doing a segment, a full-day workshop with Meliha, Dr. Amber Wolf. We'll be talking about the shamanic heart and the masculine-feminine balance in the new world. So I thought I'd share that with you. And today's episode is really something that, as I was inspired yesterday, we're bringing it into the full-day workshop. So there'll be some more of that exploration for both men and women in that workshop. All right, time for questions, reflections. Let me see what we've got here. Yes, hello. Wonderful. Just some greetings here. Anne says, what a courageous and beautiful story. Humanity is slowly evolving, and it is wonderful to hear such stories to give us more and more hope in the evolutionary process that is taking place right now. Absolutely, 100%. Lou and Will, thank you, Lou. Oshi, how would we communicate best when we want people to listen to us? Good question. All right, so I'm just going to mute people here. Sorry. Give me 1 second as we... there we go. Excellent. There you go. All right. So the question is, how do we communicate best when we want people to listen to us? Well, that's a very... it's a paradox. The more we want people to listen to us, the less they'll listen to us. And listening to us is like an invitation. It's not like you have to listen to us. That becomes a pushback. And so I think the only suggestion I would give you is to kind of reflect on how your demeanor is when you want people to listen to you. If you cannot force people to listen, you can invite them to listen. So if they're not ready to listen to you, then don't talk. They're not ready for that information. And I think what happens is that it's just an exercise of self-gratification. If I want to get something out, and it doesn't matter to me whether they're listening or not. So I think the first step to, if somebody is, you think, semi-open to listening, you can ask them, ask permission. Just say, I have something to share with you about this topic. Do you have a minute? And then as soon as you say that, they will invite you. Or say, no, I don't have enough time. But I think that is the first step to sharing your views. You cannot control whether they can listen to you, but you can sure control how you present yourself to them, and be mindful of whether they're open to listening to you. And that would be my guidance to you, without having any more deeper information about that. Dill is saying it's only the left hand and 2 and 4 finger for the key movement. Actually, it's both hands. The Spring Forest Qigong master who's developed certain modalities has indicated that you start with your left hand and you do the index and the ring finger, and you do the blood sugar down. And then after you've done that, you do your right finger and you do both fingers. That allows you to normalize your blood sugar levels. Incidentally, if you are hypoglycemic, which means low blood sugars, you can actually do the same thing, but move your movement upward like this, and say normalize blood sugar levels up to normal, blood sugar levels up to normal for these. So that is indeed the information I have from the Spring Forest Qigong master Chuni Lin, who I follow. So yeah, there might be other options. That's great. Lou and Will, when someone is determined to have a mad-on, how to diffuse the situation? Sometimes you just have to walk away, my friends. That's just what you have to do. Generally, when they have a mad-on, they're not rational, and so they're having a visceral reaction. My only suggestion to you, and I've actually done this before, is when somebody's had a visceral reaction, you know that you cannot rationalize with them. If you're in a rational mode, you cannot do that. So all you have to do is help them acknowledge that emotion and say, you sound frustrated and angry. What is behind that? And it allows them to express their frustration, which then clears the path for a rational thought. When they're angry, you need to help them diffuse that anger by just saying, I notice you're a bit frustrated. Is there something that's behind that I need to be aware of? I think if you say that helps them diffuse the situation a bit more. Okay, hope that helps. Thank you very much. Yes, Lou and Will, if you can't get to Banff, $22 is a wonderful thing for sure. Thank you, Dil. Appreciate that. More clarification, Lou and Will was asking. First left, then right. Well, first I think left hand. So left hand, blood sugar down to normal, or blood sugar up to normal, whatever we want, and then blood sugar down to normal here, and just do that for a few minutes on one hand, like on the left hand, and if you can, and then do the same thing on the right hand, and that should help get those channels going for you. Okay, thank you so much. Wonderful. So I'm seeing no more questions coming through. I truly appreciate this engagement, and I look forward to next Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.